Right now, there are a number of CS2 investments that I think have great potential. So in this video, I'm sharing my top picks with a $400 monthly budget and the reasoning behind each one. Let's start with the big news. Souvenir trade-ups just got introduced. And while it would have been nice to stock up on a bunch of them at just a couple of cents, there's still room for growth. I started by making a list of all the collections impacted by this change. There's some recent ones like Train 2025, Overpass 2024, Anubis, and of course the 2021 map collections that were part of Operation Riptide. However, some notable collections like Norse or St. Mark were not, in theory, impacted by this change, as they do not have a souvenir map package. I then decided to narrow my search to the collections that I think are the most popular, and my shortlist consists of Ancient, the 2021 map collections for Vertigo, Mirage, and Dust 2, Anubis, and Cobblestone. Now the instinct for many is to go straight to the classified and restricted skins, as those are the quickest straight up path to the high-end skins like the Gold Arabesque or Dragonlore. However, because their supply is so low, those skins were quickly bought up and there's pretty much no opportunities left even 24 hours later. So instead, let's look at the consumer grade skins to try and find the best opportunities. This video's sponsor, SkinSwap, is giving you a skin worth up to $50 entirely for free whenever you do your first trade and use my referral code. If you want to refresh your loadout, you can trade your skins for brand new ones in just a couple of seconds. Plus, their market tab now integrates cheap listings from Chinese sites so you can access the best prices without the need for a Chinese ID or bank account. They accept deposits via crypto, MasterCard, and Visa. If you want to cash out, SkinSwap makes that simple too with instant sell options to PayPal or crypto. On top of that, they run free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways with the chance to earn extra entries simply by trading. Use the link below for a 3% lifetime sales bonus and a free skin worth up to $50. Big thanks to SkinSwap for supporting the channel. Here I've made a list of every single consumer grade skin from the aforementioned collections, noted its float range, regular supply, souvenir supply, current prices for each type on SkinSwap, and the difference between the souvenir normal grade as a percentage and dollar amount. All of these values are only including factory new skins as they are the most desirable for trade-ups. Of course, prices are likely to change, so please confirm before making any purchases yourself. The reason I chose consumer grade skins is since they are the lowest rarity and hence have the highest supply, it will likely take longer for their prices to move, and hence give you more time to buy in. Plus, historically speaking, the lower grade skins can see higher returns percentage-wise, considering their cheaper entry point. Just as an example, in the Control collection, which features the M4A1S Blue Phosphor, we can see that the M4 itself has seen an overall price growth of 232% since January 2022. However, the XM Charter, which is one of the consumer grade skins, while obviously not a popular play skin, has seen over 2000% price growth in that same time due to its trade-up utility. Even if we exclude the big price jump earlier this year, it was still up nearly 1300% between January 2022 and January 2025. And in fact, I would not suggest buying any covert or high tier skins right now, as they will likely see a slight price pullback as more trade-ups are completed with the new cheaper inputs. Back on our table, a few skins immediately stand out to me. From the Ancient collection, the Souvenir Lush Ruins is 83% cheaper than its normal grade counterpart. It hasn't got the best float range in the collection, which is shared by the Jungle Dash and Art Revolver Knight with a 0 to 0.8 range, but that price gap alone is quite significant. And in fact, if I just sort the entire table by highest percentage discount effectively, indeed the Lush Ruins comes up in second position. At the top of this table, we now also see the SSG Prey from Mirage 2021, the famous Faulty Wiring from Vertigo 2021, and the R8 Desert Brush from Dust 2, all at over 80% gap. Now I will say my ideal candidates have the best float range out of the skins in that collection, have low supply overall so that it doesn't take as much capital to actually move the prices upwards. For instance, even though the SSG Prey has the highest discount, it does have 782,000 souvenir factory new skins, so it will take a while to move through them. On the other hand, the Lush Ruins with just 62,000, or even better, the SSG Jungle Dash further down with just 3,800 look quite attractive to me. In that regard, the CZ Framework from Vertigo also looks quite good. It's got the biggest float range of that collection's consumers, only has 11,700 skins total, and is still about 66% cheaper. Take a look for yourselves and see which seem the most appealing. But personally, I'm going to pick up 50 SSG Prey. At the cheap 30-cent price point, it seems like a no-brainer. I'll also go for 50 of the SG553 Lush Ruins, 50 of the CZ75 Framework, and 50 of the R8 Desert Brush from the Dust 2 collection. This also exposes me to several collections and helps me to diversify a bit. Next, let's talk about souvenir packages. However, before I do, I want to mention that this video is not professional financial advice. CS2 skins are virtual items and can be highly volatile. Past performance is not indicative of future results, so please do your own further research and consider your financial position before making any decisions. With Valve's decision to allow you to make any skin souvenir grade, they're seemingly discontinuing souvenir packages. That means that popular collections like Mirage 2021, which contains the Orb Desert Hydra, will no longer be available, and the only new supply will come from trade-ups or existing major packages. Now, we've been getting souvenir packages as drops pretty much since the beginning of CSGO, and until now, there was no reason to expect that to change. Therefore, I doubt many people were buying these in huge quantities as investments, because most people won't pay $20 for a Mirage souvenir package, even from an older collection, if a new one is coming out every 6 months at a much cheaper price point. However, if no new ones are released, supply can now only ever go one way. Therefore, I decided to try and estimate which map package is the most popular to open. We don't have any concrete statistics on this, but I already had the data for the supply of factory new coverts from each of the most popular collections. So all I had to do was get the drop rates from CSROI. For instance, you can see here that the chance for a factory new gold arabesque is 9.86% due to its float cap of 0 to 0.7. Then I simply multiplied that percentage by the drop rate for a covert, which is 1 in 3,756 for all of these collections, to get an estimate of the total. This doesn't factor in which souvenir package was opened specifically, but I don't think it's that important. It's clear here that Mirage 2021 is the most popular and by a mile. Then Dust 2 is in a clear second, trailed by Ancient. Currently, the cheapest Mirage package is Paris 2023 for $2.55, and the cheapest for Dust 2 is Rio at $2.94. The reason I'm going to buy these packages in particular is because if I'm your average CS2 player who wants to unbox a Desert Hydra, I'd imagine my main priority is the Desert Hydra for the cheapest price possible. I'd care less about the exact stickers, more about saving money. And obviously, the cheap souvenir skins are already bought up, so you won't be able to do those for less than several $100. If you think the stickers from a particular major are far superior and worth the high entry point, then please go ahead with those. But for my portfolio, I'll be adding 25 of the Paris 2023 Mirage package and 25 of the Rio 2022 Dust 2 package, as moving forward, these may be the cheapest way to ever unbox the Desert Hydra or Gold Arabesque. If you've made it this far, I've got something for you. I'm giving away a pair of field-tested driver glove hand sweaters to one of you this month. To enter, just like the video and leave a comment on which CS2 skin you think is the most overrated. I'll be picking the winner on May 31st. Good luck. Finally, I want to touch on the other change made this update, the sticker store. Cologne will not have any sticker capsules available for purchase. Instead, the store works on a dynamic pricing formula, kind of like the terminals, where prices are based on demand. If we take a look right now, the most expensive stickers, the Zaiwu, Munaci, and Donk Gold autographs, are selling for about $340, $430, and $820 respectively. In the past, if you wanted to try and get a Donk Gold, you could pay as little as 25 cents during the sale to open a sticker capsule and potentially get lucky. Now, no matter where you are worldwide, you'll be paying the equivalent of hundreds of dollars upfront for a sticker. On SkinSwap, the most expensive Donk Gold sticker from earlier tournaments is only $78. If I wanted to put a gold Donk sticker onto my gun, these prices certainly look far more attractive. So if demand for these older stickers goes up, the prices of older sticker capsules should in turn as well. Therefore, I'm going to be picking up some of the Budapest Legends autograph capsules, which features autographs for a ton of the most popular players, including Donk, Zaiwu, Munaci, Fallen, Nico, Senzu, etc. And if sticker capsules really are discontinued for good, just like the souvenir packages, supply can only ever decrease from here. That's why consumables like cases have such good fundamentals in the Counter-Strike investing scene. I'm going to pick up 325 capsules at 25 cents each, which is the cheapest listing price on SkinSwap. Indeed, prices are back down to the original sale cost, offering up a great entry point for Budapest. Let me know your thoughts on this month's picks in the comments below, and check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.